let's get this party started. Calm our hearts. We're gonna have Chaplain come up and open with a prayer.
Good morning. I am Chaplain David. You know who I am. I've been here long enough. If you don't, that's who I am. I have here from Exodus 20:24. Before I read this, how many of you in your apartments have one or two or a whole wall full of memories? Full of your children, full of places you've been, so and so on and so forth. We do that because that's how we remember. That's how we remember how God has blessed us. And Exodus 20, verse 24 says this: build altars in the places where I have reminded you who I am, and I will come and bless you there. I'll say it again. Build altars in the places where I have reminded you who I am, and I will come and bless you there. Well, not the traditional idea of altar, like the beautiful one we have back there, not the traditional. These walls, these plaques, these pictures on your nightstand are an altar where you are reminded how much God loves you. Because how does He show you? Through your family, through your friends, through your trips, through your pets. God reminds you of how much He loves you in just every way we can imagine. And so we build an altar there. We build a remembrance. We build a reminder in for ourselves. And I think that's a thing of beauty. I love that. When I go down the hallways, I see some of your stuff. Some of you have very specific sports reminders. Some of you have very specific aviary reminders. And I think that's a thing of beauty. So we go to the Father in prayer. Lord God, we do give you thanks for this day. We pray your blessings on each and every one of us. We pray your Spirit would be in this room as we learn and we understand and we see how life together can be. We pray, Lord, that you would give us peace and calm and comfort in these trying times, because we all, no matter how happy our faces, we all have stuff. Be with us, Lord. You have promised that your burden is light. Carry us, Lord, when we stumble. Pick us up when we stumble. And remind us always that you are with us. All this in the name of sweet baby Jesus. Amen. And now, as it turns out, since I'm up here already and I have your undivided attention, I need your help. If you come to the good service on Sundays, you've already heard this about 100 times. But if you don't, I need your help. Because I have heard different stories, probably 6 or 7 in the last couple of months of, did you know that I was in the hospital? Well, no, I did not, because nobody told me. Nobody bothered to tell me. Nobody reminded the chaplain, who will go to the hospital and see you, that you're in the hospital. Now, I respect your privacy 100%. I respect it, and I want you to know that this is your house. This is your home. I understand that. But in the event that you need pastoral care, in the event you need somebody to come to the hospital and say prayers with you, bring you communion, in the event you're in your own house and you need somebody to come by, let me know. I hear a lot through the prayer chain. Where's she at? There she is. I hear a lot from her. She's my ace in the hole. She keeps me posted on everything that's going on as much as she can. Please, 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 please. Give me a shout. Send me an email. My name is Chaplain. My email is david.corson@evertrueliving.org. Read me there. My phone number goes to my desk. If I'm not there, it goes to my email. Please, please, please let me help you. Let me serve you in the way that I want to, in the way that I'm actually paid for. I don't get paid just to stand around and look pretty. I get paid to see you guys and to visit, and also by the word. So I'm going to be a while. That's really what I wanted to say is help me help you. I think we're all in this together, and I think that we can together make sure that nobody gets forgotten, nobody gets left behind, nobody gets to wondering if we know or if we care, because I guarantee we do. All right? All right, everybody say, I promise. To let Chaplain David know. If I or my neighbor or anybody You guys are supposed to be saying this too. If I or my neighbor or anybody I know needs some pastoral care. All right, you guys don't know, but you're all sitting on imaginary Bibles, so. God's blessings.
Thank you. All right, we're going to invite Claire up just for a short reminder and update for all of us. Welcome, Claire.
Good morning. If we haven't had the chance to meet yet, I'm Claire. I'm one of the social workers here. One of the roles that I help with over in Independent Living is connecting you with resources you might need to continue to live successfully in your apartment. Something I've noticed, and you don't have to go through me to book that service, but I want you to know I am available to help you identify providers out in the community that you could hire to help do physical caregiving, light housekeeping, run errands with you. But I wanted to just mention a word of caution. If you are booking this service on your own and hiring a personal acquaintance or a friend of a friend, someone that you met before you moved to Mason Pointe, I would just caution you as you're hiring to ask some questions about how do we resolve conflict, if there's conflict, what sort of training have you gone through. When you book through an agency, there's some additional security that you get, including, I've listed a bunch here. Those caregivers are bonded and insured. Should anything happen during the time that they're there with you in the apartment, there's coverage and protection for you. Additional protection includes that those caregivers hired through an agency are background checked. They're provided additional training on an annual basis. They go through drug testing. And there's also replacements. So if someone doesn't show up, the responsibility is on the agency to try to rebook a caregiver versus you scrambling to do that on your own. It's not a perfect process, and again, going through an agency may not be the right solution, but I wanted to kind of offer those as some information to you as you're shopping around for support for yourself. If you have questions, I'll stick around after and talk to you then.
Thank you. I've kind of interspersed information and then committee updates because we have a packed agenda. So we're going to move into our committee updates and we're going to kick it off with lifestyle.
Lifestyle enrichment, staff has a lot of activities planned for you. Some of them are on here. Your most complete and up to the minute information is found always on Uniguest, so remember to check there. We have, I would just like to comment about Birthday Bash on September 3rd. Just a reminder, in case you didn't know, that Birthday Bash is for everyone here, not just the people who are celebrating birthdays. But do sign up, please, so that there's enough for everyone. We have 4 Friday outings coming up this month. September 5th, the old courthouse with lunch. This is a level 2 with stairs. September 12th, National Transportation Museum and lunch. And this is level 3 with quite a bit of walking. September 19th, a picnic at the Fairy Garden with a boxed lunch. And September 26th, a lunch outing to Bobby's Place, which is, I understand, a blues-themed restaurant or bar and grill along those lines. Some new activities that pop up this month. Line dancing with Mona Fame on the 16th. On the 17th, we have a honey tasting. And on September 22nd, Erin Fry is going to have a presentation on our stained glass window in our chapel. The Erin Fry studio completed this work of art, and we've been trying to get him for quite a while, and their studio has been so busy, so that's coming up. Just a reminder that if there is a fee for an activity, it is necessary to give at least 24 hours notice of cancellation to avoid having to pay that fee. And sign-ups will start today at 1:45 on Uniguest. Thank you.
Thank you. Wellness.
I'm not used to going this early.
I know. Keeping everyone on their toes.
All right, I want to start with some reminders. Balance class, we changed when you could sign up for that. You have to sign up the day before the balance class happens. You can't sign up any sooner. New one for you, the ladies' luncheon. If you're going to cancel that one, you need to cancel or unregister, as they would say on Uniguest, by no later than noon on Monday. And if there's a glitch in that, like one Monday Uniguest didn't want to work, then you should see either Emma or Beth about that. Then I wanted to clarify all the stretch classes we have. You know, we added a standing stretch, and I got confused because sometimes they're up here and sometimes they're down in the fitness room, and sometimes they say fitness room, but more people sign up so they move it up here, and sometimes it changes times. Anyway, when I was trying to write this down, I was like, what? So I'm going to try to clarify it, and by doing that, I'm not going to tell you where, because you need to check on Uniguest for where, because it may have moved. So standing stretch, they've added a new one on Mondays, and they have one on Thursday. So stretch is Monday and Thursday. What's in between Monday and Thursday? Tuesday and Wednesday, which is your seated one. And that's all you get, because it's just too confusing if I go with the times and the locations. Events. We have the Be Kind Honey, which has already been mentioned. But on the 16th, there's line dancing, and this was because of our survey, and there were people interested in line dancing. So 3 o'clock in the 40 West Round Room, they're going to do line dancing. No Parkinson's support group meeting in September. And the last thing I have for you, and I had to look this one up, guest speaker from SBVI, that is Service to the Blind and Visually Impaired. We will have a speaker on that, 24th of September, 2:30, up here. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you so much. Building and grounds.
Good morning. Mary Ellis back there asked that we who speak up here introduce ourselves so that she would know who we are. My name's Ron Horstman, been here for 4 years now along with my wife Mickey. And so I just thought I'd start with that and let Mary Ellis know who I am back there. Since our last meeting, the swimming pool has been repaired under warranty, refilled, and open again for use. So don't break it. It'll be on us next time. Landscape and groomers will begin trimming at the Mason Pointe, all the Mason Pointe bushes, and they're starting right now. I understand, I've heard people say they're out there right now. And that should solve a lot of problems because people were concerned about that, those big bushes pulling out of entrance number 1 onto entrance 1 down there. So hopefully those bushes will be cut way back. So that should end that problem. The trees blocking the residents' view was reviewed and will not be removed. I'm sure there was some concern about that. Came up at the meeting of the neighborhoods. These trees are part of the overall landscape design and should remain as such. Minor trimming will be allowed if the trees are hitting your windows and making a lot of noise, or if you want them pulled away from the windows a little bit, we can do that. But we really can't trim the trees down. It would just, sorry, it would destroy the appearance of the tree, what we're trying to accomplish there. Additional chair legs slides have been ordered. That is an ongoing process. Once they're in, we'll continue to replace those because some of the chair slides have come off and we've had to replace them when they come off. Garage storage removal is complete to ensure that non-permissible items have been removed. We've walked through the garage and it is clean, it looks good. So I think everything is complete there. Modernized network continues. The ceiling tiles with the blue tape will be removed, will be repaired once the project is complete. So hold on, that will be finished when the project is finally completed. The new permanent ever-true signage is in place. Mason Pointe is responsible for replacing the entrance signs 1, 2, and 3. One was run over, that sign number 1 was run over by a truck. And I think Dale is right now trying to find out if we have to change the logos on the other 2 signs because they have the old LSS logo on them. So we may have to replace all 3 signs. The rubber bumpers on the bottom of the garage doors, you've seen them hanging down for years now. They will be replaced. We've had some complaints and concerns about that, so those rubber bumpers will be replaced. And one last thing, if you're pulling out of entrance number 2 or the east garage, be very careful because those trucks are coming through, those empty trucks are coming through there. So make sure you look right and left because there's several coming through there at this time. Be very careful going in and out of the east entrance. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we're moving on to employee appreciation, and we have a new representative. So Gina's going to represent that.
I'm gonna show them.
Okay. I'm Janet Garvin, and I'm excited to be representing Neighborhood 3 on the Resident Employee Appreciation Committee. I believe that it gives our community a wonderful opportunity to show appreciation to all the staff here that help to make it the wonderful community that we enjoy living in.
Come on.
This is an example of the Woot Woot cart that goes around providing a pick-me-up for the staff in the middle of their shifts. We also are showing some pictures of the July barbecue that was organized for the employees. They especially enjoyed the baked goods that the residents provided. Again, thank you to everybody who provided these items and the items for the cart. In the future, we as a committee are planning a Thanksgiving gift in November and of course the Christmas event in December. We know that we can count on the support of all of you as we continue to show appreciation to all the employees. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, food committee.
Hello, I'm Michelle, I'm the director of dining. Terry is out today, so I'm filling in for her. We just have a couple quick things. Lots of comment cards asking if smash burgers are gonna stay on the menu after the summer insert. They are. We will keep those. And then you will still continue to see the changes on the daily specials. We went away from the 6-week cycle where they repeat, and they're just gonna be different every week. And then Chris is gonna go over these green containers. We have a new shipment in, so everybody can come buy them, but she'll explain the system to you.
Hello, my name is Christine Billingsley. I'm a diner supervisor. That's who I am, yeah. Okay, so we have the recycled containers. We have them in 4 different sizes. This is one of the big ones without the departments in it. We have the other big one with the department in it. And then we have the medium, which you can have like salad or whatever you choose to put in it. And then we also have the small one, which is the soup container. These are $4 a piece. You can get a set for $15. We do have, we just started a login for people that's purchasing, for people that's returning, and people when they go out. We highly encourage for people to return them when you got dine outs, or if you want to take your dinner for the night or whatever. We just encourage that you return them, and we will give you one. If it's a certain one that you want, just let us know. Like I said, we got more in now. You can just like swap them in, swap them out, and keep the rotation going. Thank you.
Any questions on the green containers? I know some people were confused how it worked. Yeah.
We purchased a container, but there was no record of it when we asked for it the next time.
So we just started the record keeping so we don't run into that issue. If you are missing a container, let us know and we'll get you one. We can track that you had bought them. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Okay, we're gonna move on to club updates, and we'll start with Hook and Needle.
Thank you. I'm Frances Packer. I hang out in Hook and Needle on Thursdays and Fridays. I'll move it up. I hang out at Hook and Needle on Thursdays and Fridays and talk to everybody that comes by. Hopefully you'll come by and see what we have. We are now Hook and Needle Boutique, and we wanted to emphasize that it's not just knitting and crocheting or anything like that. If you need help with any stitchery or that kind of thing, we've got people who can help you. But we also have lots of other things. And one of the things we have is this, a new item that just Hani Knierim just knit. And we know you have babies and well, not babies, but in your family you have babies, grandbabies, and even great-grandbabies, and maybe even some great-great-grandbabies. So there's lots of things down there for gifts, shower gifts, birthday gifts. We also have some new small clothing protectors, like we've been making clothing protectors that you can get, and we've made some smaller ones now. Mary's been working on that, and we have lots of new jewelry and all sorts of things, and we also have lots of fun sitting and chatting and whatever. So drop by. We're there from 2 to 4 on Thursdays and Fridays, and we'd love to see you come in and see what we have new.
Those are so cute. Okay, I'm representing Veterans Committee. Hank is not here today, but there is not going to be a meeting in September. No meeting in September for the veterans. And the welcoming committee is getting underway, or the club, I should say, is getting underway. And so we're excited how that keeps developing, but no formal update. And then I'm asking for library, but I don't think there's an update for library. Okay.
Julia, the next veterans is October 6th.
Okay, the next veterans meeting is October 6th. How cute are all these pictures, you guys? The staff just loved the barbecue. Thank you so much for all of that. And they loved the gift cards, and just your generosity is so special. So thank you all so much. Okay, on to the main event. So I'm gonna kind of set the groundwork here, y'all. We're gonna welcome Elmina, who is part of our Ever True team. She is just such a lovely person and is here to help us guide us through this modernized network project. And so what we've done in order to keep this as orderly and as productive as possible, we have assembled right around 10 questions that your neighborhood representatives and myself met and discussed, and we pulled together kind of the top subjects, right? The top subjects that are going around. And Elmina is going to provide answers to those questions. So are we going to answer everything today? No. But don't worry, we know that each of you have your own individual questions that are related to your apartment, to your TV setup, and rest assured, those will be addressed during that appointment with the IT representative. So you're gonna have that personalized one-on-one time. This is a general session to welcome Almina. Remember, there's a lot of us, there's one of her, so I'm gonna ask her the question and she's gonna provide the response. Sounds good? Okay, welcome, Almina. Okay, so our first question for Mason Pointe residents. Can the modernized network be downloaded on a smart TV as an app? So I'm gonna say it again. Can the modernized network be downloaded on a smart TV as an app?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for your time and letting me speak today. So, no, the answer is no. The TV portion of the modernized network will not appear as an app on your TV like a Netflix, a Hulu. It's going to be a home page, and you will have the opportunity to scroll to this section that has your channels, and you can scroll up and down to that and select the channel you'd like. And we'll be able to show you a picture of that here in just a moment.
Okay.
Oh, and real quick reminder, we will have a practice room set up. That can't be done too far in advance. We have to get the system completed and ready. But there will be a practice room where you can actually get a look at that, the way that it actually looks in real life on a TV, on or closer to the actual service activation dates. So Julia will keep you posted on that.
We talked about that practice room that we're gonna set up for some practice for all of us. So we did receive your survey result. We did receive your surveys, and we are working on compiling that data. Part of that data is how many people are requesting the use of DVR. We know that this is a hot button for a group of members here at Mason Pointe, and so we wanted to address that without using, DVR is not going to be offered with the modernized network.
That is correct. We do realize that many of you currently get your DVR from Spectrum or other sources. We are sorry that we're disappointing you with that and not able to make the technical functionality work. However, we definitely want you to know that if a DVR is a must for you, you can absolutely still have Spectrum. And of course, what we're asking for is an opportunity during your service appointment to talk to you about that, show you what we've done for other residents who want to keep DVR but still want to see some of our new service. So we appreciate that opportunity, that even if you're sure you want to keep your DVR and stay with Spectrum for that reason, we'd love for you to give us a chance to still see you during your service appointment and show you what we can do for you.
So some of us are familiar with having a private network. Well, we have access to reset our Wi-Fi router ourselves.
So the answer is no. We will be doing that remote support for you. So if there's ever an issue, you'll be given a support number to call, and we'll take care of all of that in the background. You won't have to mess with any of those devices and try to make them work better yourself if they're not functioning correctly. So no, but you'll get a support number to call.
Is it 24/7?
Is it 24/7? Yes, we do have an on-call.
Good question. The question was is the support on 24/7? And the answer is yes. Okay. Will you still need two remotes? Will the remote, I'm sorry, let me start over, y'all. With the modernized network, will the new remote access both the 46 stations and the streaming networks, or will we still need two remotes for the full functionality?
So for full functionality, you'll still need two remotes, the one we give you for our system and what you use for your own TV already for streaming. So that's two, and we will show you how to use those during your service appointment. Make sure you're comfortable with the new system.
If we have a laptop or smartphone out of our apartment and in a common, and are using them in a common area, will we still have general internet access? For example, the LSS guest, and will we be able to connect to the device back in our apartment?
So the good news is this new system and new internet that we're giving you will mean you don't have to switch between your private network and guest. This new Wi-Fi that we're giving you, once we've set you up on your service appointment date, it will follow you throughout the campus. So if you have a cell phone that you've connected to your internet and you go out of your apartment into the common area, dining room, you'll stay connected. You don't have to go back and forth between the networks. So yes, you'll still have access, but it should be actually a lot easier now without having to switch back and forth.
Why is Evertrue Mason Pointe using twisted cable instead of fiber optic cables for the new network?
So the reason that we're actually using both fiber and Ethernet cabling for this design and system. The system is set up in such a way that we have a hybrid network and we have to utilize various cable and components for it. So we're using a little bit of everything.
What is the speed of the internet in our resident apartments?
So the guaranteed speed is going to be 300 megabits per second upload and download, although we typically should be seeing way more than that. So you'll have a guaranteed 300 megabits per second upload download speed.
I'll answer this one for us. So a lot of talk about Canterwood will just have fiber optic. Why don't we have it in Sandalwood? I'm here to break it. That's false news. It's all the same. So it's a blend, exactly like Elmina said, of fiber, Ethernet. It's the hybrid network in both buildings. What is streaming?
So to put it simply, streaming is just a way for you to get entertainment over the internet. So think of your Netflix, your Hulu, all your apps you may be familiar with. It just delivered over the internet versus traditional cables in the wall. So that's what streaming is, just anything you can access via the internet.
This is also my question. The modernized network must have significant costs for the installation and eventual training. Ongoing operating costs might be offset by limiting the Evertrue costs from Spectrum. How will the overall costs of the new system affect the increase in our monthly resident service fees when they are announced at year end? So I want to assure you all, with all of the operational things that Evertrue does, the cost has been considered and carefully planned for. So again, I represent Evertrue, but I know I can speak for the organization. We do just want to reiterate that we value the trust that you have in us as an organization. And I promise you everything has been carefully mapped out and weighed. And so I wouldn't, there's nothing on the horizon saying there's going to be an exponential increase because of modernized network, right? So it's kind of all goes in the same functioning operational things. Okay, so now we're going to move on, and I had showed you all these last meeting, but I thought since Elmina was here, she could kind of give us a little bit more insight on how the equipment's going to look and function.
Thank you, Julia. So these are our TV boxes. So right now you currently have a Spectrum cable TV box. This will be replacing that if you're going with our system, our new 46 channel package. We will install one of these wherever you have a TV and where you'd like one. These are typically mounted on a wall, hidden behind. That could be mounted on a wall on an upper level for it to look seamless behind your TV. But of course, we'll work with you when we do your service appointment to ensure we're putting these in an area you'd like them in. They're a little bit smaller than our current Spectrum boxes, but we do have the measurements up there. And the cables, the amount of what goes in the box to the TV is actually the same as what we have currently with Spectrum, so you shouldn't expect to have any additional cabling or anything like that. Like I said, we'll put one of these wherever you have a TV. All right, and then this is the remote. It's kind of tough to see right here how big this is, so hoping that the pretty soon available practice room will let you actually get one of these in your hands and take a look at it. But this is a standard functional remote that we pair to your TVs. We'll label them for you so you can know which one's living room, which one's bedroom, etc. And it is paired so that we can ensure the best functionality with the TV that it's talking to in the living room versus the bedroom. And of course, anytime you need an extra remote, if anything goes wrong, we'll always be able to provide you one. But that is the current remote for the system. All right, and then this is just an image of Lenore Woods. It's one of our communities in Columbia. And so when we talk about that home screen that you're going to be able to go to your channels to and access additional content, this is it. Of course, yours will look like it should for Mason Pointe, and you'll get to see it in that practice room, but hopefully this gives you a little sneak peek at what this looks like. So during your service appointment, once we install your TV box, this will show up on your TV when you turn it on, and you'll have the different sections that each kind of give you a little bit of new entertainment opportunity. And of course, you can see right here, first square says Watch TV. That'll be where all of your channels are. So it's kind of a get to your channels, but also provides you additional options, which we will review with you during your service appointment so that you can kind of navigate really easily. And this is what it looks like when you actually click Watch TV. Now, once you click on your Watch TV, it's just a TV guide that lets you scroll through your channels and get to what you'd like to get to. And that is really it. So I want to thank you all very much for this opportunity. Actually, my entire career I've been in senior living, so I really enjoy getting away from behind the computer and being able to come and talk to residents. So I know this is a big change and there's a lot more to come, but we appreciate the opportunity to let us meet with you personally, give you that one-on-one, and see what you'd like to get out of this, and switch you over to the new service, which we're really, really proud of and believe in, and I think that you all will all get something out of it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. I hope that was helpful. Okay, just a few other things and we'll open up the floor. So I did just want to FYI you that our US News Survey is coming soon. And so that we'll have an event for you to come and do that survey. If you want to do that with us, we'll have some computers and some, I'm sure, something really fun and amazing. You can also do it independently, but I just want that to be on your horizon that the US News Survey is coming. That gives us those badges, so you can see those kind of throughout all of St. Louis. A lot of different industries and those have them, but it'll give us the Best of Living US News badge. So more to come on that. Joanne wanted me to update you guys that we are planning on doing the flu and COVID shots again here. That will be in the beginning of October, so October 13th from 9 to 3. So more information to come, but just since people are starting to ask about that, we wanted to make sure that was on our horizon as well. And now I will open it up. Yes?
Hi, this is Pat Akers, and I did have a question and a statement. First of all, I'm very, very disappointed that we're not going to have the ability to record. I find that technology should be able to service our needs, and I think recording is very important. That said, I'm hoping that there will be some kind of a fix on that in the future. The second question, or that second statement or question I have is, are we still going to pay extra for additional TVs? And if so, is that price stable at $10?
I can address the first part, which is I'm sorry that we're disappointing you on the recording feature. We certainly hear you on that. We are taking data of how many people actually utilize the recording feature within the community, so that's on our radar. And then the second thing is that I'd be happy to talk to you offline about additional TVs and those things. I think if there's multiple people that have additional TVs, we're happy to work with you all on it. So
What do you mean? What do you mean? Can't you just tell us? Yeah.
Okay, everyone. additional $10 charge. However, I'm willing to talk to you about that. If we have additional TVs, we want to make sure that you guys all feel whole with it. I know it was something that you were not planned for, so I'm happy to work with you. Just come and talk to me and let me know how many TVs you have. Is that clear?
It's negotiable.
Yes. If you want to use the word negotiable, let's use it. It's negotiable.
Okay, that's good for that one. And then on the recording devices, we're still going to have, I don't want to go back to Spectrum. I want to have recording. Let's have recording on the new network. I mean, to me, it just seems like with robotics, with everything that's going on, this should be available to us. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going back to Spectrum for recording.
I hear you. We've heard that from you, and we definitely hear you. I don't have a solution right now, but it's definitely that's something that's being heard. I don't have a solution at this moment standing here, but I hear you.
I think it might be interesting to ask for a show of hands of those who do have more than one TV and would be affected by this.
Vi wants me to ask how many people have more than 2 TVs.
No, more than one.
You get 2 boxes. You get 2 boxes. So if you have more than 2 TVs and you want a third box. Okay. So a few. Yeah. Yep. You can certainly send me your names or stop by Joanne's office and give us your names, and we're going to be compiling that data with our IT team as well.
Julia, the installers took the easy way out in our apartment and put the plug over here on one side where there was no furniture. My TV sitting over here 8 to 10 feet away. Is this little ugly box that they showed on the screen go over here on the wall or over by the TV? And where would I aim my remote to make it work?
You would aim the remote at the TV, and if there's something with the installation, as we've talked, we're certainly willing to go in and help make it as beautiful and streamlined as possible. So if there's a specific need within your apartment, Mr. Garvin, I for sure will alert our IT team with that. Yeah. Yes, Mrs. Akers again.
Now, I don't want to seem snide, but when Spectrum came in and put the equipment in that they did, we were told that we could ask the Spectrum technician any questions we had at that time. The installers did not speak English. So I would like to know, are these going to be people, I don't speak much Spanish, a little bit, but are they going to be people that speak English?
So the IT representatives at your appointment will be from Evertrue, and so we will be on site for you, like we've said, to make sure that you have your personalized needs for your apartment met at that appointment.
They speak English.
They're Evertrue employees, and yes,
Do they speak English?
Yes.
As a native language.
Next question.
On back here.
This is kind of off of the modernized network, but I was just wondering if there is an update on the dryer vent cleaning?
Yeah, great question. The dryer vent cleaning. Yes, Dale has sourced bids for us, and we are ready to commit.
Hello. Hi, I'm Phil Streetman. I know you indicated that this survey had been compiled and you're trying to gather results. Do you anticipate when you might have an available date as to when those anticipated 45 channels will be made available to us?
Yes, thank you so much for bringing that up, Mr. Treatment. Yes, we are working on compiling that this week, and so we're hoping by the end of the month that we'll have that information out to all of you. Next Friday.
Doris DeGraff, we're still wondering, is there a schedule? Because we have not had the wiring put in our apartment.
Are you on the 3rd floor?
No, 2nd floor.
Okay. We will make a note of your name and look to see what your scheduling is.
Thank you.
Sure. Tell me your name one more time.
Doris DeGraff.
Thank you.
221.
Okay, thank you so much.
How about how about asking how many people want recording? Because there are a lot of us.
Sure. How many of you want recording? Yeah. I hear you.
And I'm like Pat, I don't understand updating it, why they thought that we, even as we're older, would not want to record, so.
So again, if recording is a dead set, we understand that that is in a lot of cases. Spectrum's still an option, but there isn't a compatible with our modernized network for, like you're saying, like a TiVo. We can't add like another system to our modernized network to record. You got a question, Ken?
Clarify that last point. In other words, would the old Samsung or Sony or Bose recording things be able adapted to the new system so you can record with old tapes or discs?
What's the question? Help me.
Will it be available? Will you be able to type
Tapes and
Yeah, you know, the old individual recording.
like VCR?
Yeah.
VCR will be available. You could record on a VCR. We're clear. VCR and DVR, DVD, VCRs and DVDs are still available, but you can't record on them.
You cannot?
No. I don't know if you can do that now. Okay, next question. Oh, yes, sorry.
Is all this new information we're getting today going to be available on paper, or is this just today?
Is the new information going to be available on paper? Of course. Yeah, we'd be happy to send those questions and answers out to everyone.
When?
The question is when. Can I have till this afternoon to get in the mailboxes?
Whatever, as long as it's soon.
Whenever, as long as it's soon. You got it. The answer was, the question was, when can I get the printout of the questions and answers to you all? And I said I could get them out by this afternoon to your mailboxes. So look for those. I'll have the type questions and answers for you.
When will the 3rd floor approximately start? I mean, is it 1 month, 2 months?
So the question was, when will the 3rd floor start? There was a message sent out on Uniguest and through your neighborhood representatives. Someone's gonna have to help me remember the details. That's the most, so what I sent, we don't have the exact date, that's what I know right now. Yes, Mr. Streetman.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I have a question for grounds. I know we're experiencing a severe drought, but I notice a lot of zones don't appear to be getting any moisture, and I'm having to, and I don't mind doing it, sprinkle several times a day just to keep, the grass from dying. Is this a good practice, or should we all be more vigilant in our use of water? I mean, I look over the grounds and I see an awful lot of very brown spots.
Yeah.
And I know they're not as visible from the highway, but are we to be concerned? And even bushes are dying. I've had to water a lot of bushes that are not my own but I don't want to continue to experience leaf drops in their beautiful plants, or the redundants, or one of those. Anyway, I'm just concerned, what should be our position and concern as residents? Ignore it, or?
Well, we certainly appreciate you being an advocate for it. So if you're seeing a place that maybe our sprinklers are missing or not getting, please bring those to Dale, and so that we can look at those zones to make sure that our irrigation system is working. Yeah. Yeah, we can, if you're specifically noticing some spots, we would love to hear that from you. Thank you. Miss Sue.
Sorry, I was waiting for.
Oh, waiting for.
For those of you who don't know me, I'm Sue Jackson.
Will you?
I'm Sue Jackson. Is that better? Okay, I've been in charge of the prayer chain for 4.5 years. I would like to turn this over to someone. It's not a difficult task. As Chaplain David mentioned, the hardest part is finding out who we need to pray for, because we're not notified. HIPAA, maybe in some cases, we can't be notified. I put in the, I'll call it the caveat, that if I know a person would not want to be on the prayer list, then I do not put them on, unless I have approval of family or someone like that. So I'm looking for someone to take my place. Currently, there are 43 of us that are on the prayer list, but it just takes one person, not even someone on the prayer list is certainly welcome to take over the task. It doesn't take a lot of time. I have all the information all ready for you. So please contact me if you could do that for me. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes. Okay, yep, one more.
Thank you, Julia. I forgot one thing with buildings and grounds. I've been hearing comments about adding a landscape committee, and a new committee over buildings and grounds. I would suggest that if there's interest in doing something like that, that you discuss it in your neighborhoods, and then bring it to our Buildings and Grounds Committee. We meet the third Thursday of every month at 2:30 in the afternoon, and we can discuss it then. But I just wanted to bring it up. I forgot to mention it earlier. Thank you.
Last call. Okay, have a great day, everyone.